All right, ladies. Thought I'd share a new toy that I picked up the other day. Kind of excited. It's a 2013 Husaberg TE 250. I kind of went round and round and round about getting a new bike. Me personally, I've never ever had a brand new dirt bike or quad or anything. Everything I bought is used, and I usually end up fixing other people's problems on their bikes, and I get good deals. But anyway, so I finally went round and round, and I finally decided to go with a new dirt bike. Kind of did a lot of research for a couple of months, went back and forth on pricing for a little bit, and then came up with the Husaberg. Great bike. All the reviews I read, people that have them, I reached out to them. Love the bike. So this is a 2013 Husaberg TE 250. I picked this up down in California. It's a 2013 year, so they have pretty good discounts on it because the 2014s are already out and on the floor, so trying to get rid of the old inventory. So you can get a pretty good deal on these if you can find one that's a older year but still brand new in the dealership. So again, it's a Husaberg 2013 TE 250. So far, only thing I've already done is kind of just take it through a couple of heat cycles on the motor. Took it around the block a couple of times, but I'm probably going to take it to the mud today, or on the trails today. So this is probably the first and the last time you'll probably ever see a bike that's in this condition with no dirt on it anywhere. So I figured I'd get a good recording of it. Couple of specifics on the bike. One of the biggest things that people love about the Husaberg is this WP suspension. What it is, it's a 4 cartridge closed suspension. I've done some research on it. Honestly, I'm not an expert on this style of suspension, so I just still need to do a lot more. But what it is basically a 4 closed cartridge suspension. It also comes with a billet CNC triple clamps. And probably the best thing about the Husaberg, I think why people really like it, is it has the adjustments up top. So as you're riding, you can switch between your compression and your rebound adjustments up front on the fly. So meaning if you're doing some trail riding and you run across the MX track, you can do your adjustments right there before you hit the track, and then you'll be good to go. And then when you go back to the trail, you just adjust it to make it softer to go back to the trail. So it's all about on the fly on this bike. Again, there's the adjustment for the compression, and there's the adjustment for the rebound. What else? Here, I'll kind of start out the front. It comes with the Brembo brakes. Everybody knows Brembo, decent, really probably the best brakes you could buy. Wave rotor. These are DID machined wheels. It also has aluminum spoke, the nipples, so it's all about reducing weight on those. So I don't know if you can see it, but all the nipples are aluminum. Brembo brakes, I've already told you. Here's something that's kind of cool. Anybody that knows anything about bikes, is a lot of the racers back in the day that are racing motocross, they had their mechanics machine out the hubs. So you know how this typical hubs has those little rivets, or I don't know what you call them, but those little marks, that like reinforcement marks that go across them. Well, on the Husabergs, they kind of just did it already. So you get the machined hubs that are already have those little rivet things out of it. So about reducing weight on the hubs as well. So it's the front and the back. See what I'm talking about? Pretty nice. I'll give you an example of one that wasn't. That's what they usually look like right there. So that's pretty sweet. I'm not a big fan of the headlights, but I like this headlight. For sure we'll keep it on. Let's see. Here's the PDS. PDS again is a WP suspension. The rear shock. most of you guys already know, if you have a KTM, most of the newer enduro bikes, they're linkless, meaning the link swings right up to the swing arm. It doesn't drop down there and have any kind of swing arm links or anything. So that's kind of cool. Again, this is a closed cartridge as well, so pretty sweet. Aluminum alloy swing arm, Brembo brakes on the back as well, wave rotor, again CNC machined DID wheels. What else? Aluminum kickstand. It comes with the V-Force reeds already, straight from the manufacturer. You don't have to buy any, so that was kind of sweet. Braided lines. So the bike hasn't even seen dirt. I picked this up, I think yesterday, so I'm gonna take it out today, put some seat time on it. All the electronic components are inside here. I haven't cracked it open to take a look at it, but all your fuses for your electric start and everything is inside here. Fuel tank is a 2.8 gallon tank, so good for enduro trail riding. Let's see. Up in the flight deck has a hydraulic clutch. I've had a couple hydraulic clutches. I'm a pretty big fan of them. I know some people don't like them, but not too bad. It does have the fatty bars. Comes with that from the dealership. You get the fatty bar. There's a speedo. There's two ways the speedo works. It just pretty much works by momentum. So if you have the bike, even if the bike's not running, you put the bike down, you just roll the bike in your garage, the speedo will turn on. So that's kind of cool. Here's the electric start. Should start up pretty easy. So pretty easy startup. It's got a strong starting system. If for whatever reason your starter fails or you're on the trail and your battery dies or something, there's a backup kickstarter, which is I love. I just don't like all my starting capability on the push button, so there's a backup. It's a 6-speed transmission. Pretty much runs off the same wet clutches, pretty much all the bikes. It's a wet clutch, 6-speed transmission. That's really, I mean, the other stuff is just regular 2-stroke stuff. Nothing really spectacular about the other stuff. There's a cylinder. So I'm sure this is the last time the bike will look like this. So I figured I'd get a good video of it, so I kind of remember it. I will probably get some frame guards, just because I know my boots usually scratch these things up pretty easy, so protect the new investment for sure. Husaberg. I'm pretty excited, man. Should be pretty fun. Take this thing out today for the first time, so we'll see. I'm still kind of learning the bike as well, so if you have any questions, just let me know. But by no means am I an expert on the Husaberg yet. I have done a lot of research, but I'm still kind of going through the manual, understanding everything a little bit. Just because I usually do my own maintenance, so big fan of reading through the manual when I got extra time and understanding my bike better than anyone. I'm not one of those guys that takes them to the dealership very often, pretty much hardly ever. I kind of feel like no one's going to take care of your bike the way you will, so it's kind of where I come from. So hopefully I'll get a video today of taking this thing out on the trails, see how it runs. I'm pretty excited. Again, I've never ever had a new bike, and I went back and forth about getting this thing, but I finally received the okay from the old lady. She's the boss, I guess. So I'll post the videos once I get them up.